Hi everyone, it's Heather again. I decided to do another video, even though I haven't heard anything else from my nursing program yet. This video though is going to be about why I think that getting your CNA or Certified Nursing Aide certification before you start your nursing program is an extremely helpful and important thing to do. Like I said in my last video, both of my parents are nurses. And so when I decided that I wanted to become a nurse, my mom was very excited for me. However, she knows that a lot of people get in this field and don't really know what to expect. I think that they don't realize how much blood and guts you might actually have to encounter. So she suggested that I get my Certified Nurse Aide certification. And I thought this was a great idea. However, I was working at that time and going to school, and my local college only offered a program Monday through Fridays, 8 to 5. Yikes. I could not do that program for obvious reasons with a job and school. That would just not fit in my schedule. So I did a little research, and I decided to take a class in Dallas, which was close to where I was living at the time, and it was on the weekends. So I just took off all weekends for my job from January to March of 2008. It was about a 2-month class, and I went every Saturday and Sunday all day. But it was a very interesting and eye-opening experience. I don't want to name the school that I went to just because I honestly was not that impressed with the school. I felt that the owner of the school did not have the right mindset for people in the healthcare setting. However, the teacher of my class was great. But I did learn a lot. We did our clinicals at a nursing home in Dallas, which was very, very interesting. And like I said, I graduated from the program in March, and I had actually already gotten a job before I even graduated at that home health agency that my mother worked at. So, okay guys, sorry about that. My roommate caught me making my nursing videos. But anyways, to continue what I was talking about, so anyways, right before I got out of my CNA program, I was lucky enough to already get a job. They had enough faith in me to give me a position before I even passed my test to get my certification. We did our test at the clinical site that we... And that is my husband who interrupted me just now. I cannot get through this video today. Anyways, we did our test at the clinical site that we used all semester. And I was actually extremely nervous. I had no idea what kind of skills they were going to ask us to do, and our clinicals were so rushed sometimes I felt like we didn't get enough time to perform everything accurately, and we had a rather large class, but everything went well. Obviously, I passed. The teacher was extremely nice. We had a written test and a skills test. I honestly don't remember what I made on the written test, but obviously I passed. I think I actually ended up doing pretty well. There's not a whole lot of studying in the course. I actually thought that there would be a lot more in-depth stuff to it, but it's actually a lot of common sense and just basics. They teach you how to make beds. They teach you ambulating, which is helping your patients walk if they have some kind of injury or disability. They just teach you companionship also, that especially if you're working with the elderly, they need a lot of attention because they might not, have a lot of family members coming around all the time. And it was just a really good experience for school and my job later. So like I said, I worked at a home health agency, and it was really, really cool. It was my first big girl job, so I was very nervous. I took over for a woman who retired, so I was even more nervous because she had a lot of experience. But like I said, I learned so much from my experience, and I got really close to all of my patients. The only reason I left the job was because I moved to another city for their nursing program, and it was a local place, so I couldn't transfer. But basically, in a home health setting, what I did as my day-to-day duties is it was home health, so each patient lived in their home still. I would get up in the morning around 6 o'clock, and I'd be at my first patient's I actually had to see them in a different town. It was like 15 minutes away, but I would get to my first patient's house about 7:30, and the first thing that I would do is I would get my paperwork for the specific patient out, and I would take their vital signs, blood pressure, respirations, temperature, and pulse. And that was really nerve-wracking at first because I was still a little rusty with taking blood pressure in my clinical sites. But I got the hang of it very quickly, which was great. It's so neat to be able to tell people, oh, your blood pressure is, 110/70 or something. So after that, usually we help them get a bath or get ready for the day in some way. Most people I would help them give a bath or shower. That was a little bit of adjustment at first to see some naked bodies, but it really wasn't that bad. I personally didn't have any problems with any of my patients being inappropriate with me or anything. I was actually warned about that by the woman who trained me, but I didn't have any problems with that at all. My patients were very sweet and very respectful, as was I to them. You have to be respectful to them in that situation because you're a stranger and you're seeing them at their most exposed. So after their shower, I would help them get dressed. And some of my patients needed a little bit more help than others. Some people I would just assist. Some people I would physically dress them. So it could be a little physical sometimes, but that was also always good. Some of my patients, I had one patient who was an Alzheimer's patient. He lived alone, and I would help make his lunch for him every day. He was such a funny guy. He was one of my favorite patients. I loved him, and he was not comfortable with the bath as much, so I would just give him a chair bath instead of a bed bath, because he would sit in his recliner. And usually I would give him a bath, help him make his lunch, and I'd sit there and sit with him for a little while. We'd look at pictures or watch TV or something like that. So it was a very rewarding job, and like I said, I really am glad that I did it, and it really helped solidify my decision to become a nurse. I got to see all the gross stuff. I got to see the good and the bad, how patients can be, and how other employees can be, nurses, aides, anybody, and like I said, it was just a really awesome and eye-opening and educational experience, and I'm really glad that I decided to do that. Like I said, it's something really important, and I think that I think that more nursing programs should make it a requirement to get your certification and maybe work with it for the summer before that you start the program, or just something like that, so that more students can realize for sure if this is what they want to do, especially since it is so competitive to get in the programs nowadays. But that's all I can think of to say right now. Again, sorry for the interruptions, but I will update you guys again very soon. Again, if you have any comments, just post them down below or leave me a message. Everybody have a great day. Bye, guys.